What if the greatest lesson you ever learned came from, well, someone who actively abandoned you? Welcome to today's custom-tailored deep dive, created just for you.
Yeah, I am really glad to be here to dig into this one with you today.
Right, so today we are pulling apart the raw biographical lyrics of Kryple's Trek, Devil I've Seen, specifically the Cameron Whitcomb remix.
It is such a heavy track.
Oh, absolutely. And our mission today is to figure out how this song takes this idea of a sheepskin demon and uses it to map out the brutal inherited architecture of addiction.
Yeah, the chorus sets up this image of a devil walking the streets, which sounds like an abstract, almost mythical threat,
Like a
right?
horror movie monster or something.
Exactly. But the lyrics immediately pull the rug out from under you. I mean, this is not a supernatural force.
No, not at all.
The narrator puts you in this deeply visceral childhood memory, like breathing in crack smoke in the exact same room where he played with toys.
Okay, wait, let's unpack this because that contrast is just jarring.
It really is.
It's like living in a house where the air itself is toxic, but you're still expected to just, I don't know, sit on the floor and build Lego sets.
Yeah, just be a normal kid in an impossible situation.
Right. You are 12 years old, your family is ripped down the middle, and your father is completely consumed by addiction. It leaves a single mother trying to hold up a collapsing roof.
And that sudden absence is the actual mechanism of the trauma here.
Yeah.
At 12, you just don't possess the psychological framework to process a parent choosing a substance over your survival.
You literally can't comprehend it.
No, you can't. So the devil the song talks about isn't just the drug. It is the physical gaping void left behind. It's the abrupt removal of safety.
But, surviving that void doesn't mean you just walk out of the house unscathed.
Far from it, yeah.
Like, if your primary example of a father is someone who caused that much destruction, how do you look in the mirror without assuming you have got the exact same faulty wiring?
Well, that raises an important question about the core psychological paralysis of generational trauma.
Which is huge in this song.
Right. The narrator actually describes staring into a blank mirror, terrified that he's destined to inherit addict traits. Biologically and psychologically, he is just bracing for impact.
He's basically a ticking time bomb in his own mind.
Exactly. He is so afraid of the cycle repeating that he's hesitant to even have kids.
I have to push back here, though. Is it really just fear of the future, or is it a profound lack of a present identity?
Oh, that is a sharp distinction.
Right, because if the mirror is blank, it implies he doesn't even know who he is without that trauma defining him.
I mean, it is both, right? The trauma creates a permanent hypervigilance.
Yeah.
You're constantly scanning your own behavior for symptoms of your parents' disease. The fear isn't just, what if I mess up?
It's more insidious than that.
Yeah, it's what if my biology makes my failure inevitable?
But here is where it gets really interesting, though. Instead of letting that hypervigilance paralyze him,
Yeah.
he flips the script.
He really does.
He realizes that the absence itself was a brutal kind of curriculum. There's this incredible line, "The things he didn't teach me taught me everything and more."
Oh, I love that line. What's fascinating there is the operational mechanism at play. Trauma usually breeds passivity,
Or like you're stuck in a loop.
right? People feel like helpless passengers in a cycle they didn't start. But the narrator is actively weaponizing his fear.
Wow, weaponizing his fear. I like that.
Yeah. He is taking the terror of becoming his father and using it as an internal alarm system to force a course correction.
So it's essentially taking that faulty wiring and intentionally shocking yourself with it to stay awake at the wheel.
That is a great way to put it.
I mean, he refuses to cry victim. He literally vows to make sure the devil dies with him.
A powerful vow to make.
It is. But I wonder, is it really possible to just decide to break a cycle through sheer willpower and spite?
Well, it is not just willpower. It is a structural recategorization of his past. If we connect this to the bigger picture of resilience, he isn't pretending the damage doesn't exist. He admits he still struggles to find closure.
Which is very real, very human.
Exactly. But by defining his father's failure as an explicit blueprint of what not to do, he reclaims his agency.
Oh, making it a blueprint of what to avoid.
Yeah, the trauma stops being a curse he inherited and becomes the exact tool he uses to dismantle the cycle.
So, what does this all mean for the listener? We are looking at a profound evolution here.
A massive one.
You go from a helpless 12-year-old breathing in secondhand destruction to an adult who realizes they hold the pen to write a completely different ending for their bloodline.
It is the ultimate shift from being the hunted to becoming the hunter, right?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, he is actively tracking down that generational demon within his own family tree to extinguish it.
Which leaves you with a thought to carry forward today.
Yeah, definitely.
We often treat the fear of repeating our parents' mistakes as a heavy chain around our ankles.
Something that just restricts us from moving freely.
Right, but what if that intense inherited anxiety isn't a chain at all? What if it's the exact necessary friction required to strike the match and burn the whole toxic structure down?